Morning all, how's it going? Well, as for me, tonight, I go up to Scotland for the League Cup tomorrow, and I am anything but ready. Nothing is organised, I have no decks built, I have no cards sorted out, I literally am not ready. I'm going to have to leave, but it's going to take me at least 3 hours to drive up there, so I have to be ready by about 5 PM tonight. It's currently 6:45 in the morning. It is my day off work, so I do have the whole day, but I'm also going to be at the dance studio today, because quite often I spend my days off work, or my Saturdays off work there. So basically, I'm going to have to take all of my cards, and that means all of them. I'm literally going to have to use the case that's above me on top of the wardrobe, and I'm going to have to, like, hike all my cards to the dance studio, upstairs to the little office that I use, and I'm literally going to have to spend the day sorting cards and building decks. Which is quite cool. I can do that, and I can multitask because I can have the laptop editing and uploading videos behind me. But before I even get there, I have a load of mess to sort out. I've covered the bed and stuff. That's all the washing that I did on Sunday. I still haven't organised it. I've got to unpack that blue bag from yesterday. Sort out the backpack behind it. There's clothes on the desk which need hanging up, although some of them I may put on, so that will clear them in that way. So I just seem to be leaving myself with too much to do. Like, I literally seem to leave everything to the last minute. Really need to improve on that. Okay, so some hour and 20 minutes later, I am now ready to go up to the dance studio. That took longer than I thought. Basically, all these bags, this great big pile of bags, has got pretty much all of my collection in. So now I'm going to have to get that from here, down 3 floors, outside, to my car, which is parked out there. So yeah, I'm going to have to try and do that in the space of 5 minutes so I can get up there. And yeah, this is not going to be easy. This is what happens when I decide to take my entire collection from here down the road. Okay, so I am now at the dance studio. I've been here for quite a while. I've been for Subway Brekkie, and now it's time to get organising. So I have set up this table here. It's like a spare table we keep at the dance studio for like when we go out to events and stuff. So I set that up, put my playmats out on it, so I'll be able to lay out all my cards on there. There's the case with all the cards in, the bag with all the cards in. There's cards in that bag too. And yeah, there's just so many cards. It's basically my entire collection. So yeah, I'm going to set the laptop up now as well. Start working on some clips and things, and editing videos, uploading videos, etc, etc. So it's going to be a busy morning. Okay, so what you see laid out on the table in front of you, the stacks at the back are the cards that I've kept, like in twos of, from each of the expansions from Sun and Moon through to Forbidden Light. The cards, these stacks here, are my Celestial Storm cards, which I opened from the booster box, just sorting those out so I can sort them out into bulk and keep. This is a pile of probably mostly bulk that I took out of my long boxes, those ones there. So that's all to sort. This Elite Trainer box is going to become my Trainer storage box. As for the rest of it, I've no idea what I'm going to do with it. The empty tins I'll be selling with bulk. I'm also carrying on working on this, so that is the last clip from last Sunday's vlog that is currently converting. So I'll be able to start editing that shortly, although I need to edit the rest of the product openings first, which by the time you're watching this, they'll all be up on the YouTube channel. But yeah, so far so good this morning. My organising is going as planned. And when I was going through one of my tins, for my deck that I'm taking to the League Cup tomorrow, I bought 2 B strings, but they were Pokemon League ones. Turns out I had a third one of a Pokemon League promo, which means I'm going to have 3 League promo B strings in my deck, which is pretty cool because that means they're all the same kind of artwork, if that makes sense. Like, they're all the same print. Like, it's not like I've got a couple of holos and I've got like 1 regular one. I'm going to have 3 of the same, which is pretty cool. I even found, because when I looked at my folder the other day, I thought, right, well, I'll have to use 1 regular print of Ultra Necrozma GX and 1 Rainbow Rare. But if I can just find it, look what I found in with the bulk. another Ultra Necrozma GX. So I didn't even know I had it. Oh dear, what fell down? I didn't even know I had it. So it just goes to show I really need to keep on top of all this bulk and stuff, because I have found cards that I did not even know I had. So yeah, organising, going great. Okay, so we're 7 hours down the line. I'm doing good, actually, really good. I have edited and uploaded several videos to YouTube. I have sorted out all the Celestial Storm cards. And I built my deck for tomorrow. There you go, you can probably hear it rattling in there. I still haven't got all the cards I need on TCGO, so I still haven't tested with the deck. I know the theory of the deck, roughly. It's Necrozma Malamar, so I can probably work it out, but I'm going to try and trade for the remaining cards I need on TCGO tonight, or this afternoon, so that I've got them for tonight, so I can play a couple of games tonight, do some testing games in the morning before the tournament, and just wing it, hope for the best. But yeah, so really, really productive morning, and I've decided, rather than take all my cards home again, because there's still loads of sorting to do, I'm actually going to leave them here. And just leave them here until they're all sorted and then take them back home, because there's lots of space here, like I can spray them on the table and stuff though, so you know, it's pretty cool. So that's the plan. So I think I'm pretty much done on the things I can organise now, so it's just going to be later on, it's going to be yeah, just get my things together and head back to my grandparents' house, pack a bag or little suitcase for tonight, and then drive. I think that is pretty much going to be the plan from here. Okay, so just got back from the dance studio. It is currently 5:15, near enough. So the plan now is basically just pack my stuff for tonight and the tournament tomorrow, and then we're going to hit the road. Left all my cards at the dance studio, as I said I would. I've literally brought with me the essentials, my deck for tomorrow, my trade folder, my tin with spare sleeves in, my damage counters, the dice, that's literally all I need tournament-wise. My playmat is here in the drawer, so I'm going to put that in a minute. And yeah, it's dead straightforward what I need. I basically just need pyjamas for tonight, clothes for tomorrow, shower things for tonight at the hotel. That's pretty much it, really, so it's pretty straightforward. And this time I'm going to remember my socks. Do you remember when I went to Sheffield and I didn't take socks and we had to go buy some? Yeah. I'm going to remember my socks today. Definitely. Anyway, I'm aiming, it's 5:15 now. It's not going to take me half an hour to pack. To be honest, I'm going to try and be ready in 15 minutes. Latest I want to leave is like 5:45, and then we'll see where the journey takes us. Okay, I'm all packed. That did take a little longer than I intended. It's now like 5:45, so it did take like the half an hour. But case is packed, and yes, I remembered to put my socks in. Gaming bag and my regular backpack. The gaming bag feels really empty, but I think that's because I always used to take way more than I needed. Whereas really all I need is my playmat, my deck, my damage counters, and a tin with spare sleeves. So literally, I've pretty much got what I need. So I'm going to go and load the car, and then we're going to hit the road. Hey guys, so as you can see by my surroundings, I am not in Scotland. From the moment I set off last night, I just had this feeling. I can't explain it, but it was just this really bad feeling, and I've never felt anything like that before. It was kind of scary, but I kept going, I kept driving, and I'm getting further and further north. I'm thinking something's not right. So I stopped at a service station just north of Carnforth, and that's as far as I got on the journey. I didn't even get a third of the way up to Scotland, and by this time it was pretty late as well. It was just this gut feeling that I was absolutely exhausted. I don't know if it was the long week in work taking its toll on me or what, but I turned back. I phoned my mum and spoke to her and just asked her advice. I spoke to my best mate, and they both said the same thing. Probably better to leave it if you're not feeling it. So I turned round, came home. While I was on the way home, they gave me time to think, really think, because obviously this was the second week in a row that I missed a tournament, and that got me thinking that if I can't commit to the grind to try and qualify for Worlds, not that we even know how many points you need yet, because Pokemon for some reason just don't want to announce it. If I can't commit now, at this early point of the season when I should be committing, then what's the point? Should I even be playing? The answer? Probably not. The thing is, in some ways, I feel like I'm living a lie. And so let me try and explain this. It's like, last year, back in the last year, or sort of early part of this year, I was playing football at weekends, because I'd always wanted to do it, and I wanted to try it. But I quit that, because after, like, in sort of end of the summer, I decided not to go back, because I'm not a footballer. And in this situation, I would be quitting Pokemon because I'm not a gamer. What I am is a dancer, an actress, and a performer. That's who I've always been. That's been my whole life. I grew up in a dancing family. It's all I've ever known. And in all honesty, I've not been myself the last few months. I could never put my finger on it. And just a few things that's happened over the last few weeks, this being probably one of the biggest of them, where I get halfway to a tournament and turn back, that just kind of says to me, maybe I've been chasing the wrong dream. So that kind of brings me to the conclusion that it's time to stop. For me, I think going to the World Championships would be incredible. It would be an incredible experience, but at the moment, I'm not in the right headspace, and I don't think I ever would be. I'm chasing the wrong dream. Thing is, I've always wanted to act, and by trying to do other things, I've never really given myself that chance. So by freeing up my weekends, by quitting Pokemon, I give myself the chance to maybe join a group, like an amateur group, start performing again and work my way up from there. I need to rediscover my passion for that, and that means that Pokemon's got to go. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still going to be a fan of the franchise. I will still watch it, I'll still play casually, I'll still be around on TCGO. But competitively, I'm calling time, guys. I'm calling time on my competitive Pokemon playing. It's been an absolute blast. Like, I'm doing this YouTube channel as well. It's been a lot of fun. It really has. It's enabled me to be creative. I feel like I've always been a creative person. So I suppose, in terms of YouTube, I am actually going to be continuing with some YouTube, just not on this channel. If you are interested in other things that I do, and other videos that I make, I've got a new channel. I'll leave a link for it in the description below. Dancing Neats, I'll put it up on screen here as well. There's nothing on there at the moment, but there will be. Once I've kind of sorted myself out, got myself organised, I'll start putting a few bits on there, sort of like old family videos and, like, I don't know, dancing, acting, all the things I've done in the past. And then I might start to do a few bits, but that's kind of very much in the rough planning stage. I'll kind of get a more concrete thing when I get to that. So yeah. I mean, I've said in future vlogs, like I mentioned when, I think probably around when I went to Sheffield, that I nearly quit after London Internationals, but I kept hold of everything then because I still wanted to go to Sheffield. But it's time now. I'm going to sell up all my stuff. I'm going to keep hold of a few bits, like I'm going to keep hold of my collection folders, because there's some sets that are quite near to completion. So I'm thinking if I can complete those sets, keep hold of them, and then maybe in the future they'll be worth something. But everything else is going. All my bulks going, my trade folders going. Yeah, I'm going to keep all my theme decks as well because I can just play casually at home with my brother with those. But I will be posting my trade folder on Pokemon Cards UK Facebook group at some point in the next few weeks. I will be looking to sell it as one rather than individual because I think that'd be too messy and I just want a clean thing. But I'll take photos and post it up when I'm ready to. So keep an eye out for that. I do have 2 full art Tapu Lele as well. They're the only thing out of that folder that will get sold separately. I have been told that the price has dropped, so won't get as much for them as I paid for them, but that's life, isn't it? Things change. So I suppose a few thank yous are in order, really, because this will be the last video that I post on this channel going forwards. If I'm not playing competitive Pokemon, the channel was kind of alongside that. And obviously, I know I do the product openings as well, but if I'm not playing competitively, that means I don't need to buy product, which means I don't need to open it. And I could really use the money elsewhere at this present moment in time. So, a few thank yous. First of all, thank you to you, the viewers, and my 77 subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me on my journeys, and for anyone else who's watched, thank you very much. It means the world to me that people would want to watch my videos, and I hope that you can continue to follow me on my other channel. In terms of following me as well, I might disable my Pokemon Training Needs Twitter account because I'm not sure I need it. But if you want to follow me on my main account, which will also be linked to the other channel, that's Dancing Neats. Again, I'll leave that in the description below. So thank you to all of you. To the Pokemon community in general, UK and international, the few international people that I met when I was at London, thank you. As a community, the Pokemon community is amazing. Like, I've never really found a community that I've fitted into so well. Like, everybody I've met in Pokemon has been so nice, like, so wonderful. Like, even if you don't speak the same language, like, it doesn't matter. Pokemon is our language, and yeah, the community is just fantastic. So anyone out there who's maybe never gotten into kind of going to the events before, the community is just fantastic. You meet so many people from all over the country, all over the world, and if travelling and meeting new people is your thing, then Pokemon is just perfect for that. And probably my biggest thank you goes to my teammates up at Lancaster. Recently rebranded Lancaster City Pokemon League. Without those guys, I wouldn't have had the confidence to go to all these events. Some of the decks I took, they gave me the ideas for them. It's probably too many for me to name, but mainly Matt, Richard, Ginge, Gaz, Leroy. You were there, not there that much, but we kind of knew each other. There's probably loads more, but you guys were always there from the start, and I wouldn't have become the player I did without your guidance. The most wonderful and supportive teammates anybody could want, and I really hope you guys qualify for Worlds because you truly deserve it. Yeah, I could go on for hours. So I guess this is it then. It's funny how from the beginning of this video we go from preparing for a tournament to me sort of quitting the game for good. But life is crazy. Life throws up things that you just don't expect. Like, you get thrown into situations, like, it's sometimes you can't even explain it, but in situations like this you have to follow your heart and you have to do what you feel is right. And you should never ever feel trapped. Like, if you feel like you're just doing something for the sake of it, then maybe it's time to take a step back, reevaluate and go back. But yeah, so this will be my final sign off. I'd say if you want to get in touch with me, you can in a couple of ways, but I probably won't be looking at the Pokemon email account either. I mean, I don't think I can delete that email account, but that'll probably just sit there. I suppose I could give you my other email, dancingneats@hotmail.com. That's the one that's going to be linked to the new channel. Twitter for that, as I said, is down the link below. Links down in the description below, at Dancing Neats. My new journey, I hope, my new journey will not be easy by any stretch of the imagination. The performance industry is one of the hardest industries in the world to get into, which is why it has to be my sole focus. It's probably going to take me years and years and years to try and achieve my goals, but it's something I really want to do, and the time is right. So, thank you again, everyone. And I'll still be around on Facebook and on Twitter and things, so I'll still be around. I'll still follow everybody's results, and wish everybody I've met through Pokemon all the very best for the future, both in Pokemon and otherwise. You guys rock. You really do. See you soon, guys.